We are an emerging gold developer located in the Caribou District in British Columbia, Canada, and we're advancing towards a feasibility this year. Our market cap is around 100 million Canadian. We're trading today at about 23 cents, hugely undervalued. Great entry point to if you're looking for exposure to a developer. At a spot price of 3,900 gold, our after-tax NPV 5%. Point taken, John. 3.2 billion Canadian, a payback of 1.7 years, and an IRR 41%. So some pretty good numbers, but as John pointed out, there's that valley in the grade that we've been working on, and I'll get to that. And we also significantly de-risked the project in terms of tailings and water management in the PA. I'd just encourage you to read the Safe Harbor Statement. Some investment highlights. We have a very experienced team. Myself and Jason are here. Jason's the brains behind the operation and in terms of all the high grade you're seeing. So if you want to stop by, see Jason at our booth, he's here. Press release out yesterday, more great high grade results, and I'll show you some of what those look like later. We anticipate starting the feasibility in Q1 of this year, so this quarter. The PA envisioned over 3 million ounces gold produced. Drilling continues. We've exceeded our 2025 drill program, and we got 2 rigs spinning, and those are carrying on as we speak now. We've been developing strong relationships, shared benefits with the communities, and building our project supports for the next stages of development. We're in a Tier 1 jurisdiction. If built, Spanish Mountain Gold Project would be the 3rd major gold project in the Caribou region, which is we're hoping to be an exciting part of what Artemis and Osisko have had some great success with and their shareholders. Gold host rocks are along a 12-kilometer strike length, so there's still early days for more discovery and more scaling up of this operation. There's existing infrastructure, roads, we have year-round access, supply chains, everything's excellent in the region. And we're in stage 2 of BC Hydro System Impact Study, which is our interconnection point on grid power. That's a very important thing for emerging developers like us to get into production and catch this window of the gold cycle, if you will. Project highly levered to gold. For every $100 increase US gold price, our PEA envisioned a $150 million after-tax 5% NPV boost. So some crazy numbers, as John mentioned. We're really focusing on that 1 to 10 years to really make it attractive and finance a $1 billion build. Our strategy to do that is accelerate to production, unlock the high grade, and utilize cash flow from operations for future discovery and scaling gold production. About 30% of our shares are owned by key shareholders, management, the board. Eric Sprott himself has just around 10%, and Ian Watson, our former chair. So a lot of like-minded investors have been supporting us through the last few years as we advance to the next stage of emerging developer, as I mentioned. Average target price with analysts is 67.5 cents. John's got us at plus 76 cents you saw, so some good legs for upside there to consider. Whole new board management team came in, started in 2022. I was part of that, and then stepped into the management role in 2023 to re-envision where we are. We have obviously a much bigger team beyond this, too much to get into, but suffice to say, we're really tooling up with mine builders, company builders, and the right skill sets, and so importantly, project controls, taking shareholder money, making sure we spend it in the right places. This is just a quick snapshot of the project footprint, the pit on the far right and the dry stack on the far left. So nice, compact, efficient site, and that was a big part of the PA envisioning a really efficient site. There's the graph that John showed in that gap during the strip where we've got access higher grade below. When we re-envisioned this project, we relogged 175,000 meters of core and reinterpret the geology. We used the latest technologies, modeling, geochem, and we found multiple areas of high grade to target. The recent press releases you've been seeing since November around the Orca fault zone area, and that's orogenic systems coming through the sediment vein. So high-grade quartz with sulfides coming from deeper. That's what's driving it. So that gap or drop or hole, as John's mentioned, a pothole, I think it's not real. We've challenged that, and we're getting great success. We have over 40 holes now into the Orca zone, and you'll see press release yesterday, 200 gram meter hits in there. So we keep going. I think the important thing about the grade is look, again, this is the PA number. So I know it sounds crazy. Spot was 3,300. That's sort of the new long-term gold price. But at that time, the first 5 years, we were generating, the PA envisioned $450 million free cash flow. So that grade of 0.65 to 0.95 in the first 5 years drives that cash flow. That's high grade relative to our costs for this mine. That's why this is such a quality asset to go after. Just a quick snapshot of this is our 2025 into 2026 plan. The drill program's now far exceeded. We're over 13,800 meters on a 10,000 envision program. We did that through efficient drilling. We did that for the same money. So we had saved a fair amount of cash through efficiencies and continued drilling there. And what you're seeing in the Orca fault, we're in the middle of a new MRE update. We'll do a PEA update within the feasibility. So we've tendered the feasibility. We're ready to award that. We're in a non-dilutive financing process to fully fund that feasibility and PEA update. Just a quick leapfrog model. You can see Phoenix. This Phoenix is not in the PEA from 2025. It was discovered in 2011. It sat dormant until we woke it up last year, put 14 holes in it, added 357,000 ounces. This is not in the PA, so we're looking at ore sorting this, doubling up the grade like Osisko. We have similar mineralogy to Osisko's Caribou project, so we've been working on ore sorting to build this in an upside. So watch for that in the PA coming up in half one. So this is some of the Orca fault highlights, 2025 drilling. The latest press release isn't in here, but the gold barrels are 0.7 grams per ton, and the red barrels are a gram, greater than a gram per ton. That's the grades that we're driving the $450 million of free cash flow. That's what's so important here. And these are these quartz structures with sulfides that have come up and basically created a lattice work in the deposit of high grade that we're right in the deposit. So we're hoping this is going to add grade in the first 10 years, to John's point, and also reduce the strip ratio. So some really, really amazing stuff coming out here. And you can see there's a lot of information on the press releases to get into. Here's what ultra high grade looks like for us. People told us it wasn't there. Last year, around this time, we drilled the K-Zone hole 1286. We hit 719 grams per ton. This was a top 10 hit of 139 meters over 4.18 in the K-Zone, which is on the edge of, it's actually outside of the sediment vein hosted in an orogenic intrusive rock. So we have a Red Lake Timmins style orogenic system interacting with a sediment vein hosted. And the highest grades were over into the orogenic rocks and quartz. It was VG. So this was all part of the re-understanding and relearning of what's driving high grade controls and how do we add that back into the disseminated deposit. Thank you for your time. This is great. We have a new vision, new strategy plan to fast track to a build decision in 2027. Our share price is really low, great entry time to consider us. Thank you again, and enjoy the rest of the conference.